blessing, man. This wouldn't have happened, man, but thanks to Eddie Hearns, my team, Al Heyman, everybody, my dad. I'm still pinching myself to see.
Good
if this
job,
is
Andy.
real, man.
Good job.
Wow, it's amazing.
You deserve it, bro.
It's amazing.
Guys, go to the floor. Yes.
Andy, first of all, congratulations. You absolutely shook up the boxing world. I got a chance to speak to your mom a few minutes ago. They told me they didn't get a chance to speak to you. What do you want to say right now that you're in the same room with your family, to your family?
Mom, I love you. Yes. I love you, and our lives is gonna change. We don't have to struggle no more. Thanks to God, everything happened for a reason, baby.
Yes. Andy, right here. Jimmy from Boxing Action Magazine. I have a question for you, but first I have to say to Mr. Eddie Hearn, I don't know who makes your bouts, but the matchmaker's unbelievable. I mean, this is the best night of 2019 boxing you can possibly have. Every match was a grudge match, and we got to give Mr. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom a round of applause for tonight.
I swear that wasn't a setup. It did look like one. Listen, from our side, we're absolutely devastated. But it is boxing. And, you know, from the Katie Taylor fight, the Callum Smith performance, even Coyle Algieri was on at 5:30. Well, actually, I thought Josh Kelly against Ray Robinson was fantastic. But we wanted to put on a night at the Garden that you will never forget. And there is absolutely no doubt you will never forget that. And, you know, speaking on behalf of Asia, I think he's still seeing the doctor, he's fine. He will be absolutely devastated. You know, he's a man of huge respect, and he's genuinely over the moon for Andy Ruiz. I think you could see that in the ring, you know. He's been there, he knew what it was like to win these, and I promise you he'll be back stronger. He'll be absolutely devastated when this kicks in. So it's bittersweet for us. It was just an incredible night of boxing at the Garden. I'm sure everyone will remember it forever, but unfortunately the result didn't go the way we wanted.
Hey, Andy,
Guys, I'll go to everyone, okay? Yes.
Is there a rematch clause?
Yes, there is, yeah. And listen, I think Andy will fancy the rematch. You know, it's not a fight that, he's just stopped Anthony Joshua. So it's not a situation where he's going, oh, I don't believe I can win the rematch. And, you know, if he wins that rematch, it really puts himself in position as, in my opinion, the golden goose of the division. So he's in a great position now. Anthony, of course, has got to accept that rematch. Knowing him, I'm almost certain that he will want to do that. He gave Andy the opportunity, and, you know, it's part of the agreement. And like I said, I believe Manny and Andy will believe they can do it again. So, you know, it's going to be a thrilling fight.
Andy, rockmindfightheavy.com. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Sensational upset. You were the first to hit the canvas. What was going through your mind when you got clipped, and what was going through your mind when you got up and you clipped him?
Man, that's crazy that happened, right? Man, that was my first time in the canvas. And when I was in the canvas, I was like, oh, what the hell just happened? But I had to get him back, you know? I had to get him back. I think that's when the Mexican blood in me and the Mexican warrior that I have, I had to return the favor.
Hey, Andy, Teo Azteca, una pregunta en español. ¿Qué se siente ser el primer campeón mundial mexicano en la historia del boxeo?
Ahorita ni le creo, no creo que gané. Gané, man,
¡México!
gané. Pero me siento bien orgulloso, ando bien feliz.
¿Qué le quieres decir a todo México? ¿Qué le quieres decir a todo México ahorita que te apoyó y que te está mirando ahorita?
Pues que hice historia, todo es posible. Todo el entrenamiento que hice y gané. Ya ahora soy el primer mexicano campeón del mundo.
¡Sí se puede!
Sí se puede, baby.
¡Sí se puede!
Mike?
Andy, what was your question for both you and Tom? What was your thoughts on referee Mike Griffin's job? Because it was bizarre to a lot of us that he was giving Anthony Joshua seemingly all this extra time, and yeah, I don't know.
You know, that's the referee's job, you know. The referee knows what he's doing. If he would have just let it go, I think I would have stopped the fight in more dramatic fashion. But you know what? He did what he had to do, and you know, good job for him.
Did he quit?
Wait, sorry, for Tom. Tom, can you answer the question too, please?
Yeah, I thought the ref did a great job. I was hoping he would have stopped it at the end of the round when they were both down. But the ref did a great job. He was in the ring, he saw him, he did his job, and he did a tremendous job.
Gareth?
Anthony, congratulations.
Thank you.
You showed the presence of mind to drop him twice in the third round after you being down. You were very patient then in the fourth, fifth, and sixth round, and you seemed to lose interest in the fight by the end of the sixth round. You seemed very focused. Were you conscious that you were waiting for him to open up because you knew you'd be able to counter him?
Yes, I was waiting for him to open up. I wanted to break him down a little bit more, work the body. You know, he hits really hard, man. He hits pretty hard, and I just needed to be smart. Needed to be smart in there. I thought he opened up too much, where I could counter him, but the speed I think got to him, and you know, we got this victory in a fashion way.
Do you think you showed your IQ, your boxing IQ, the best you've ever showed in the ring?
I think we showed it pretty good. It could get better, but as soon as we start training harder and getting more in shape and looking like AJ, I'm going to be even a better fighter.
And where's the Snickers at?
Congratulations on the win. First of all, can you talk about how classy Anthony Joshua was? His first loss, he's a champion. And the second thing, since Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, we haven't seen such an upset. What are your thoughts on that?
You know what, AJ's a fashion guy, you know. I give my highest to him, and he's a respectful guy, and so was I, you know. And I was just telling him, thank you, man, thank you. And he was telling me, man, you did an amazing job, you did good. And, you know, I still can't believe it, man. I still can't believe it.
Andy, what do you guys
Yes,
say to
hold on. When you...
Andy, congratulations. This goes down with Louis Rockmont 20-1, Sanders Klitschko 20-1, Randall Chavez 15-1. When you sat down, you said you saw the comments. Did you know how big of a long shot you were coming into tonight? And was that any extra fuel or motivation for you for your performance?
You know what, everyone's been down to me since the beginning, you know, especially from this fight. Nobody would have known that I was going to win. Nobody did. And everybody that betted on me is going to make some serious money. But you know what, I thank God to this moment, dude, to this moment. And I'm here now, you know, the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world.
Yes.
Andy, with the rematch possibly being in the UK, does that concern you at all if you have to come and do it again?
No, it doesn't. You know what? I just got to talk to my team and to see what they say. But as long as we get back in the gym, work even harder, and we're actually more motivated now that we're the champions now. So I'm willing to do this anytime.
Dan, yes?
Andy, congratulations. I know when Gerald Miller dropped out of this fight, you were, getting in touch with Eddie saying how much you wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. My question for you is, was it because you just wanted the opportunity for the title shot? Or, the money that goes along with it? Or did you really think at that moment, you know what, I have what it takes to beat this guy?
You know what, before this fight was even happening, in a lot of interviews I kept calling out, I would rather fight AJ than any other heavyweight out there that has belts. So I knew that I could beat him. I knew my abilities, that was gonna give him trouble, the speed. I knew that he opened up too much, and what do you know?
When you watched the videos of him, was there something that you saw that made you think that you had the right things to be able to take him apart?
Of course, the speed, the movement. I feel I could have moved the head a little bit more and being more aggressive, but I just wanted to take my time each round and let my hands go when he let his hands go. So I think that's when I connected really well.
Andy, it seems startling how badly he deteriorated after the first knockdown. What did you feel like you exposed of Anthony Joshua tonight?
The body shots, but he's a warrior. He got up every single time that I put him down. I got up when he put me down. I think we're both warriors in there. I respect him and every boxer that gets in the ring, risking their lives. just and to make history as well, you know, and to take care of their family. I respect every fighter.
What y'all don't understand is that Andy Ruiz, you guys are underestimated him. That's all.
Everybody in this room
Anthony
underestimated
Joshua is
me.
a great fighter. I'm going to tell everybody, he's a great fighter that got up from the canvas, tried doing something, but just Andy Ruiz was very talented and it was unexpected. It wasn't expected from anyone.
Mike again, yeah.
Eddie, is there any part of you that wonders, you know, what would have happened if it was Jarrell Miller in the ring instead and it wasn't the
I
Shane?
said in the build-up, this is a tougher fight than Jarrell Miller. You know, they're not dissimilar in stature, but Andy's faster, he's got a better movement, I think he has a better boxing IQ, and we knew that, you know, it was no problem. You know, the Miller fight, I think, was a much easier fight than Ruiz, but, you know, sometimes the gods work and put things together. What happened with Jarrell gave Andy the opportunity, but, you know, we felt that Anthony's the best heavyweight in the world, and we believed that he would win tonight, and we thought he would in the third round, but Andy was exceptional.
And Manny, for you, you know, you've seen some fighters leave you over the last couple of years. Now you have the heavyweight champion, the biggest one of your career. What does this mean for him?
Just not giving up. You know, it's just grinding and continuing to do what you love. You know, when you love what you do, you never got to work a day in your life, as they say. You know, so just not giving up.
Yes.
Andy, you briefly mentioned that your family won't have to struggle anymore. Can you just give us a bit of insight into how you think this will change your life?
Well, I'm the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, and we just made history, baby. And you know what? This is not going to be the only victory that I get. I'm not going to let these belts go.
Can you assure us that you've got 4 of the belts? Are you going to have a rematch with Joshua, or are you going to have to go after someone like Wilder now? Because he's got another belt. You're with the PBC. There are kind of there could be promotional issues. Is there a possibility that you could go sideways, or will you fight Joshua next?
You know what? I just gotta let my people do that, and we could figure out something. And but I gotta talk to my team, and then we'll figure it out.
Andy, and sorry, right here. I was just wondering, because you've obviously, for your first title shot, you were with Abel Sanchez, you went off to New Zealand to fight Jose Parker. The run next to you has had previous experience being on the opposite corner to Anthony Joshua. I want to know how he's impacted your career and what kind of new life he's breathed into your career.
You know, Manny Robles, he's been on me since fucking day one, man. Calling me like, hey, where are you at? You need to come to the gym. But you know what? All that paid off. And he told me that I was going to thank him this time. And thank you, man.
I'm going for
my
Eddie.
dad as well.
Eddie, do you wish that you responded to Manuel Charles' text right now?
No, because we wanted to give a proper fight. You know, with all due respect to Manuel Charles, Trevor Bryant, they're not worthy challengers. We wanted a proper test for AJ. If you come to Madison Square Garden, you've got to give the public a real fight. I knew, and we knew, that Andy Ruiz would give Anthony Joshua a real fight. Unfortunately, he gave him more of a fight than we hoped he would. But he deserves it, and you know, tonight belongs to him.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Eddie, JRC, fight height. Aside from the business stuff, right, and what this means, you know, for matchroom boxing, like, I would imagine over the years you've developed a actual friendship with AJ. Take us through the emotion when it happened, the emotion you feel.
Well, I don't think he's really sank into anybody at the moment. I mean, you know that 22 fights in, he's still learning the sport of boxing. But he's been in with Dillian White, Vladimir Klitschko, Takan Parker, Vetkin, you know, Brazil. So he's always been learning on the job. Unfortunately, when you have to learn on the job, sometimes on the biggest of arenas, something can go wrong. And it's brutal when it goes wrong. You know, there's no hiding place. When you're in there and he's chasing you around the ring, raining shots down on you, and he's getting up and he's getting up and he can't feel his legs, and you know, he's still with the doctor now, he's fine, but you know, he didn't want to quit. He's a fighter. And you know, for us, yeah, we signed him from his debut. We're very close friends, but we also understand sport, we understand boxing. And when you get beat by the better man, there's no excuses. You know, people have already said to me, oh, you know, the star on his eye, was it a bad camp? I can't even tell you. I'd love to stand here now and say it was a terrible camp and he had these injuries, but it's not true. you know, and he won fair and square, Andy Ruiz, and we're all devastated as a team. But I know Anthony Joshua's work ethic. I know that this will burn him so bad inside because he's the ultimate competitor. You see him smiling in the ring because he's genuinely happy for Andy Ruiz. But tomorrow, the day after, in the coming weeks, this is going to eat him up bad. And you know, great fighters come back and improve. Some fighters never come back the same. The future will show how Anthony Joshua responds.
Question, Eddie, for both you and Andy. One of the judges actually had Anthony Joshua ahead at the time of the stoppage. The other two judges had the fight even in rounds. Andy was only 1 point ahead on their cards. Could you both comment on the score and the judges?
I can't even remember back. I mean, the first round, I think I gave to Joshua. I think I did like all square after 2. I thought Joshua won the. I thought the 4th and 5th round, nothing really happened. I think Joshua probably nicked one of those rounds, and then the 6th, I thought Andy won. I think the 6th was the round where it really started to get bad because actually the 4th round, nothing really happened. The 5th round, I thought Joshua actually got back to the jab.
Third.
Sorry?
Third, you got knocked out.
I know. I remember the 3rd round. No, because I'm talking about the 6th round, but I think we won't be forgetting the 3rd round. But the 6th round was actually, after the 5th round, I thought Joshua won the 5th round. I thought, okay. And then the 6th round, he really looked like he started to tire. So, I don't know. I mean,
I didn't want to leave it to the judges.
Even? For me?
I did not want to leave it to the judges for this fight. I knew if it would have came out a decision, I don't think I would have got the victory. So I think I had to fight hard, let everything out, you know, in that ring, and what do you know, we got the victory.
Eddie, just at the back here.
Sorry.
Hello.
Deck, yeah.
Yeah, at the back, in the middle.
Okay.
Do you know what the situation is with the IBF? Is there a danger that Andy might be strict with that if he takes the rematch?
No, the rematch takes precedence anyway over the belts. But listen, I've already the next mandatory is the WBO, and I've already spoken to Paco Balcazar, who would have no issues with the rematch anyway. And we don't want Andy Ruiz to lose. Oh, Anthony don't want to lose one of these belts. So the rematch, every belt will be on the line, but Andy has the chance to defend his titles and go on just in fights with Wilder and Fury. But you know, for us, AJ will want to win his belts back, but he'll want to beat Andy Ruiz. I believe every one of those belts will be on the line.
Andy,
hold on at the front.
Hey Andy, when I spoke to you before, you were talking about Snickers promotion, Snickers deals. Did you eat one before? Did you eat one after?
You know what? They didn't,
Snickers deal?
they didn't let me eat a Snickers. They didn't.
Maybe that's what went wrong.
Yeah, because that's what took longer. But you know what? With this hard work, dedication, y'all paid off.
A few more questions. Yeah. Hold on.
Andy.
Let's have someone else.
Andy.
Yes, Lance.
Andy, I just wanted to ask you, what do you think this means to the people of Imperial Valley and basically all of Southern California? So many Mexican fans, I'm sure, were eating this up.
You know what? I had a lot of fans over there rooting for me, and I'm pretty sure they're really proud, especially my hometown. And you know that's where I grew up with. That's where I grew up at, and I know everybody's just smiling and saying he did it. The kid from a small little town, he did it.
Andy, we mentioned in the build-up earlier in the week how you would like to go to the Mexican White House. You'd like to be invited there. If you do get the invites from the president, would you go down to Mexico for a car ride and a parade? Would that be a pleasurable thing for you?
Of course, that'll be a blessing going over there and showing these belts and telling them that we just made history.
What would it mean